The present study investigates the role of coaches' passion for coaching and their beliefs about their athletes' motivation in the provision of change-oriented feedback. It also tests to see if the type of passion, harmonious or excessive, that coaches have toward coaching and to the extent to which they perceive their athletes as being motivated in terms of efforts and autonomous work influence the quality and or quantity of change-oriented feedback that they give to their athletes. Also, the provision of an autonomy-supportive, change-oriented feedback has been identified as a crucial coaching behavior that is beneficial for athletes. The present study also investigates coaches' passion towards coaching and their perception of their athletes' motivation as potential determinants of the quantity and quality of change-oriented feedback that they provide. The design for this experiment is a quantitative cross-sectional study using a didactic approach. The method for this study consisted of 280 athletes and 48 coaches, and both coach and athlete filled out a questionnaire. The coach's questionnaire reported their passion and evaluated their athletes' motivation, while the provision of feedback was assessed by the athletes. The results of the experiment, through analysis, it was shown that only obsessive passion was a significant predictor of change-oriented feedback quantity. The more coaches reported having an obsessive passion towards coaching, the less their change-oriented feedback was supported. The more coaches were obsessively passionate and the more they perceived their athletes as being motivated, the more they gave change-oriented feedback.
Change-oriented feedback. Feedback is defined as information conveyed to athletes about the extent to which their behaviors and/or performance corresponds to the expectations. Change-oriented feedback indicates the performance is inadequate or that the behaviors need to be modified in order to eventually achieve the athlete's goals. Change-oriented feedback, when given optimally, serves two important functions. It motivates the athletes by increasing their desire to perform better in the future, and it guides them to helping them focus on the changes they need to implement if they wish to improve. To be of a high quality, change-oriented feedback must be done through autonomy-supportive behaviors, such as acknowledging an athlete's feelings, giving a rationale for tasks and limits, or providing athletes with opportunities for initiative-taking and independent work. These behaviors have been linked to more self-determined motivation, higher self-esteem, and greater well-being. Autonomy-supportive coaches provide change-oriented feedback that can be one of 6 things: empathetic, accompanied by choices of possible solutions to correct the problem, based on clear and attainable objectives known to athletes, free from person-related statements, paired with tips, given in considerable tone of voice. Results showed that more coaches provided feedback characterized by these 6 dimensions, the more their athletes report perceptions of autonomy, confirming that this is the type of change-oriented feedback is indeed more supportive. Athletes who receive a more autonomy-supportive, change-oriented feedback are more motivated, report higher levels of well-being, self-esteem, and a greater satisfaction of their basic psychological needs for relatedness, competence, and autonomy, and experience less negative effects and amotivation. In the upcoming examples, Connor misses a shot that is reckless and unneeded. His coach can react in one of 2 ways. In this example, Coach Langford shows obsessive passion and non-supportive change-oriented feedback towards his player, which in a related study by Curran et al. In 2010 has been proved to decrease self-determined motivation and to lead potential burnout in athletes.
In this example, Coach Langford uses autonomy-supportive, change-oriented feedback and harmonious passion, which in the same study done by Curran et al. Found that it negatively related to the athlete burnout factor and increased self-determined motivation in the athletes, which is proven to help prolong athlete careers and improve athletic performance.